Okay, this video is about how to destroy at the position. And I'm also going to talk about how to do warps, how you jump from one location to the next. So the first one's going to be talking about destroy position. So when I hit, well, actually I'll talk about the warp first. So this blue square is blinking. He jumps to the next location, over past the lava there, and then he's able to jump back to the position he first started at. And then if I hit the lava, I'm going to destroy that position, and he's gone. So I'm going to talk about those two things there. Alright, so the first thing is the warp. It's the warp made solid, and it just blinks back and forth real quick, but I have it controlled by using a variable here. Control tab, bring over a variable, set it to self image underscore speed 0.1. That will make the animation go slower. If you make it 0.2, then it'll go a little faster. Alright, so and all these objects here, object up, down, left, are parented to the right. And give me a second here, okay, there we go. Okay, so up and down and left are parented to right, so you only need it in the right, object right, because it's all linked together. So when you do a collision with the warp, you go over to the move tab and drag over a jumped position, and I have my X at 640 by 440 for the first warp, not set to relative. And warp 2 is set to 240 by 200, not relative. The X and Y coordinates are going to be on this in room here. You plot the points where you want it at. So when I hit this warp, object warp, I tell the computer where I want it to jump at. So I could change it to 760 by 200. See at the bottom here, X and Y coordinates, that's where he's going to, and when he hits that warp, he's going to jump right there using those coordinates. So I'm going to plot those coordinates in real quick and show you. 760 by 200. See, and he jumps in that position where those X and Y coordinates are at. So if you want it somewhere else, you just drag your mouse over to where you want him to jump at. So I could do 680 by 320, and he'd be right there once he hits that warp and jumps over to the other section. He'd be right there. Same thing with this warp. You could do the same thing. You hit this second warp, and then you would be going over here with your viewfinder and picking a location where you want him to jump over in this location at. So you could choose 280 by 320, or 200 by 240, wherever you want him to jump at. So you're trying to you're trying to not get killed by this lava here. So you want to use the warps to jump from one location to the next. So that's what's happening there. And the last thing I want to talk about is the lava. So when he collides with the lava, you're going to, in the main one tab, drag over a destroy to at position. So object right, X, object Y, the X and Y coordinates, you set it to object right because that's who you want to destroy. Set it to relative. So once he hits that lava, he's going to destroy that position. That's what's happening there. You probably could use the trash can to destroy him as well, but I just chose to use destroyed the position because I haven't talked about that. So that's what happens here. And set it to object right because that's what he is, object right for X and Y coordinates, and set it to relative. And that will conclude this video. Thanks for watching.